America, we've known for a long time that we have cancer. And unfortunately, it's spreading throughout our body. We have many kinds of cancer, but I want to focus tonight on the economic cancer. How far is your money really going? Well, let me show you something that the White House released today, that Americans' personal income jumped 1% in January. That's the highest jump in 18 months. May I ask you something? Does it feel like things are getting better or worse for you? Does it feel like like you have more money? I didn't think so. Now ask yourself why. To me, it's pretty simple. Food prices. Look at the way things have gone up. Ground beef has gone up 6.8% month over month and 11.1% year over year. Butter is up 3.2% monthly and a stunning 27% over the last year. Coffee is up 6.5% for the month, 16% for the year. Potatoes, 3.6% and 7.1% for the year. Cotton prices are up 12% since February 24th. They reached a record on February 18th. Gas prices are still going up. Do you know last night when I met with you, I said that gas prices had gone up and how much in a week? I don't even remember now. Well, since we met last night, gas has gone up 7 cents. That's 17 cents in a week. So now what are we doing about it? Well, on gas, we've just been cheerleading the instability in the Middle East. And we're putting apparently all of our eggs in the green basket, the solar panels and the factories that are getting built right now with multi-million-dollar grants from you, the taxpayer, and then they're just closing shop. And then, of course, the Volt. We had to bail out GM because GM had a bright future with the Volt. Consumer Reports has just said the Volt doesn't make an awful lot of sense. It's going to be a tough sell to customers. Really, you think? We're not searching for new places to drill. And we're still not drilling in the places we were drilling, like the Gulf of Mexico. Now, how does that help us out in the long run? Does that sound like a long-term solution? It doesn't make any sense. And you know it and I know it. Now, I thought about this weekend when I heard some reporter say, well, the dollar is still holding up and the sterling, the pound. Really? Is it? It's doing really well compared to all the other currencies. Standing up against the pound. Well, let me show you how this works. I could show you how it works, you know, with the gold bricks here, but they're so darn heavy. No, they're actually not. But I don't really know. I couldn't make it work with gold. I speak the language of food and cupcakes, baked goods. Yeah, I grew up in a bakery. They smell so yummy. For health reasons, I'm now eating wheatgrass. Hello, cupcakes. I miss you. Do you miss me? Before World War II, everybody had their own cupcakes. The British had their own cupcakes. It's gold. Gold. My world, this is gold. Well, the cupcakes were all around the world. And the pound, or the sterling then, was backed by their cupcakes. Our dollar was backed by our cupcakes. Well, after World War II, we decided we wanted to hold all of the cupcakes ourselves, and we could tell the rest of the world that we would do that. Why? Oh, because it would make our dollar the gold standard. So they gave us, in England, they gave us 5 cupcakes, and we gave them 5 certificates good for 1 cupcake. Treasury bonds. And we said, thank you for your gold, and we will never eat the cupcakes. Yeah. Little did they know I was in charge of the cupcakes. And we started eating all of the cupcakes. We started spending. That's as close as I get to a cupcake. Let me suck my finger for a second. We started eating all the cupcakes and spending all the cupcakes. And then, in the 60s, we just started printing more cupcake certificates without baking anything new. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. What happens if I start handing out more certificates for cupcakes and I start giving them to everybody? Eventually, you're going to say, hey, I want those cupcakes. And you don't have any cupcakes left. You don't have enough to cover. So what happens? When they come for the cupcakes, we're going to have to start slicing all these cupcakes, and it devalues the value of this. Your certificate decreases in value. Ours does. The ones that we're holding, because, believe it or not, we're holding these stupid, they're called Treasury notes, they're called bonds, they're called Federal Reserve notes, otherwise known as the U.S. dollar. We hold them too. And as we start to devalue and print more of these, well then, they're not worth as much. But the same thing happens over in England and everyone else that took a cupcake certificate and held it instead of gold. So when you hear reports saying, hey, at least the dollar is going strong against whatever, of course, because everyone's dollar or their pound is going down. Because everybody's dealing with cupcakes from us. Now, these are the things that cost money. These are the things that people have to make and sell. They're hard goods. Some of them, oil, hard goods, you got to have it. Gold, copper. Now, how many cupcake certificates are going to buy wheat or gas or gold or cotton? That's how you should measure the health of our dollar. Measure it against commodities and hard assets, not other currencies, because that's a game, a cupcake game. Do it under these things. This is why we've seen food riots across the globe. India, Bolivia, Algeria, just for starters. And according to the USDA, 2011 will see a 3.5% increase in food prices. They say that food riots could even hit the U.S. as the dollar continues to devalue and oil costs more. Weather will kill off crops, they say. All of these things are a factor. But despite what the left's greatest hope is, that we can control the weather, we cannot. But we can control the printing of the certificates. We can control the eating or the spending of our cupcakes. If your income has gone up, but you still can't afford, or you're having a harder time even afford the stuff that you used to, what is causing that? Is it some big corporate crony? Is it some anti-union guy? Is it a governor? No. The answer isn't even the cupcake certificates. It's the people printing the certificates. Bernanke, Geithner, the Fed, the Treasury. And while you're being told the American dream is slipping away, it is. But you're not being told the truth on who's doing it. It's not the politicians that say we have to cut our budgets. It's the printing of money. The Wall Street Journal has reported that the central bank has a new policy. The Federal Reserve is causing turmoil abroad. Probably few of the protesters in the streets connect their economic travail to Washington, but central bankers do. They complain the U.S. is exporting inflation. Wall Street Journal. They conclude that food riots around the world are being caused by us, and it's true. The Fed and the Treasury. And if you don't investigate why your dollar isn't getting as much, buying as much, then the claims from the socialist and progressive who come in the name of saving the American dream are going to be listened to by you.